Ancient women used something so dangerous to remove body hair, it could even blind them. But another beauty method worked so well, versions of it are still used today. So what separated the deadly mistake from the beauty secret that survived for over 4,000 years? What would you risk for smooth skin? Thousands of years ago, some women were willing to risk far more than most people would ever imagine. But here's the surprising part. Why was removing body hair so important in the first place? For many ancient Egyptians, smooth skin wasn't just about beauty. It was associated with cleanliness, social status, and religious purity. The smoother your skin, the more refined you appeared. But without modern beauty products, how did they actually remove the hair? Some plucked it out one hair at a time using bronze tweezers. Others rubbed rough pumice stones across the skin until the hair slowly wore away. Painful? Absolutely. But neither of those was the method people feared the most. So what was? Ancient Egyptian recipes describe depilatory pastes made with ingredients such as quicklime, starch, and in some cases arsenic compounds. These mixtures didn't simply pull the hair out, they broke it down chemically. But what happens when something powerful enough to break down hair stays on your skin too long? First came irritation, then painful burns, and historians believe that if these mixtures accidentally reached the eyes, they could cause severe, permanent injury. Beauty could come at a terrifying cost. So why would anyone keep using something this dangerous? Because for many people, the results mattered more than the risks, and most simply didn't know a safer method existed yet. But was there another way? Surprisingly, yes. The safer method didn't come from a laboratory. It came from a kitchen, a simple mixture of sugar, water, and lemon juice. Nothing looked dangerous about it. No harsh chemicals, no toxic minerals, just ordinary ingredients that almost anyone could find. So how could something this simple compete with mixtures powerful enough to dissolve hair? Because it worked in a completely different way. Instead of attacking the hair, it grabbed it. The warm paste was spread across the skin, then pulled away in the opposite direction of hair growth, lifting the hair out from the root. No chemical reaction, no burning. Just a surprisingly clever idea. But if this method was safer, why didn't everyone switch immediately? Because making the paste wasn't as easy as it sounds. If it became too hot, it could burn the skin. Too thick, and it wouldn't spread properly. Too thin, and it wouldn't grip the hair at all. So how did ancient women know they'd made it correctly? There were no instruction books, no measuring cups, no beauty schools. The recipe was passed from one generation to the next. Mothers taught daughters. Older women taught younger women. Over time, experience became more valuable than the ingredients themselves. The recipe survived because the knowledge survived. But Egypt wasn't the only civilization searching for smooth skin. So what about the rest of the ancient world? In ancient Greece, many women relied on tweezers or pumice stones. Roman writers also described depilatory creams made from strong mineral ingredients. Some worked, some caused irritation, others were simply too harsh for the skin. People were constantly experimenting, hoping to find something faster, less painful, and more effective. So after centuries of experiments, which method actually won? Not the strongest one, not the fastest one. The method that survived was the one people could trust. Modern salons still offer a treatment called sugaring. The technique has changed very little over thousands of years. That's something very few beauty treatments can claim. So what does that tell us about ancient beauty? It tells us that history has a way of testing every idea. The dangerous ones may seem impressive at first, but they rarely survive. The safer ones, the ones people can keep using generation after generation, are the ones that stand the test of time. Thousands of years ago, some women risked painful burns and possibly even permanent injury, all for smooth skin. Others trusted a simple paste, made from everyday ingredients. History quietly decided which method deserved to survive. And thousands of years later, that same ancient idea is still being used around the world. Sometimes the greatest invention isn't the most complicated one. It's the one that keeps working, century after century. And tell me in the comments, if you had lived 4,000 years ago, which method would you have chosen? If you enjoyed, subscribe for more stories that reveal what life was really like in the ancient world.